beaders, it's Jerry. Welcome back to Beachside Bead Boutique. And if you are new here, welcome and thank you so much for joining me. Please like this video, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell, and you will be notified of all my uploads. And on my channel, I do jewelry DIYs, bead unboxing videos, and bead hauls. I recently got a new phone, and of course, with the new phone, I had to get some new cases. And then with that, I wanted to get, I wanted to bling it up a little bit. So, I thought I want one of these little phone charm strap thingies that I see people with. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna make one. So of course, I looked to YouTube to get some inspiration and some ideas and learn exactly, how they were made. So one of the creators, well, the channel is called Serenity Creations, and she made a phone charm, and it was just so pretty, and it got me really inspired. So I'm gonna do, in that style that she did it. I'm gonna make it my own, but it's just the way that she did it is, was really pretty. So yeah, so that's how I'm gonna do it, and I will show you the items that we're going to use. So first off, these are the beads that I'm going to use. And these are from the Magical Mystery Box for the month of May, the Sweet Shop. That's just really pretty. The colors are pretty. So we are going to use that. And then also, I have these beads. Now this is just a mix of beads. And these are all Jesse James beads, and you could get these packs at Walmart, so anybody can get these. I think I'm going to use some probably of the blue ones. I just think these colors are very pretty together, all those. And then also I do have this cord. This is what I'm going to use to string the beads on. Of course, you want something that's pretty thick and sturdy, if it's going to go on your phone. And of course, that's, a little bit of weight to it. And then you're going to hold it. And you obviously don't want your phone to fall off your wrist and fall on the ground and potentially break. So yeah, that would not be good. So I have this cord, and I have this cord in a lot of different colors. So it's many colors. It came from Amazon. And I will link this and everything else in the description box. And oh, can't forget a pair of scissors. You will need that. And also I do have this bead, and this is also from the Jesse James Magical Mystery Box. And I'm going to use this probably for the very top of our charm. So, but you can use, any kind. Of course, you don't need these Jesse James Magical Mystery beads. If you don't have them, that's perfectly fine. You can use any beads that you want, any color. I'm sure you could find beads, similar to this. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready, and I will be back here in just a minute. Okay, so I got everything ready, and I did forget to show you guys the phone charms that I already made, just so you guys can see and have an idea of what we are going to make. So I made this one, my little beachy one. Isn't that really cute? So I put these little dangles up there. Little charms. And of course, you don't have to do that if you don't want to. This is just a suggestion, so you can do it however you want to. I'm just showing you, giving you the idea. But isn't that really pretty? And then I have this one I made. I already have it attached to my phone, and then I'm just showing you this to get the idea. This is how it would look on your phone. Isn't that pretty? I think it is so pretty. And again, we have our little charm dangles up here. I think it's really pretty. So anyway, that's what we're going to make today. Okay, so I went ahead and cut my cord, and I cut this at 24 inches. So 24 inches long, and then we are going to fold it in half. And you're gonna bead on 12 inches. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and then, you know, I'll show you what to do next. So, oh, I forgot. I'm going to cut the edge just at an angle. You see it? So just at an angle. So then that way it'll be easier for the beads to put on. Now hopefully all the beads will fit here. I'm not sure. I can see some of them do have a big hole, especially the blue ones. And then I am going to put a little bit of glue on the edge just to stiffen it up and make it a little bit easier. Let that dry, and I'm going to do the same with the other side. So now we're going to go ahead and start beading. So I'm going to put one in the middle that I want as like my focal bead. Hopefully this fits. Very good. And then we're taking this all the way down to the middle. So your cords are going to be even at the top at this point. And then this is going to be in the center. Okay. Now I think I'm going to use a little bit of this silver. Now what I'm going to do is, this is just going to be random. But what I do on one side, I'm going to do the same on the other. But the pattern is just random. I don't have any specific way that I want to do this. No. Okay, let's go ahead and put 2 pink beads. Oh yeah, okay. Now I'm going to put some of these silver balls. And that's my cat making noise. What's wrong with you, Blakey? What? And put some purple. So remember, what we do on one side, I'm putting the same bead on the other. And then check it and make sure it is how you like it before you continue. So that way you won't have to take off all of your beads. Okay, I like that. It's going to be mainly purple and pink with just a little bit of blue. I think this looks pretty already. Oh, that's really pretty so far. Okay, now we'll use a little bit of blue. Now this strap we're making 6 inches. So you're going to bead 6 inches of the cord. Pretty. I think it's so pretty. This is how it looks so far. Very pretty. It's just what I wanted. This measures a perfect 12 inches. Now we're going to go ahead and take both sides here and make sure that it's even. So make sure the top of the cords are even. So that way you can make sure the beads, see, this is how it's off. So push the beads down. Actually, I'm going to tie it like this. That's my preference. You can tie it like this, or you can tie a overhand knot. I'm going to tie it like this first. Make sure that it's tight, but make sure you have movement in your wristlet. You don't want it to be too tight to where it's going to buckle up. And then go ahead and tie your knot, pull it tight. And I'm going to tie one more. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue right there on that knot to make sure that it is secure. And that's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to take the cords together. And put my center bead through both cords. Actually, I might have to do one at a time because this bead is hollow. I hate that. I hate when beads are hollow and then you can't get it through. It's a pain in the you know what. Okay, so I got a needle to pull that cord through this hole. And you all shouldn't have a problem unless you have a hollow bead like I do, or if you have a bead with a small hole. So it shouldn't be a problem. So then we're just going to push the bead all the way down to our knot. Okay, see, I pushed it down, the knot in the bead. You might not be able to do that if you don't have a bead with a big enough hole, and that's fine. And then we're going to go ahead and make another knot. Actually, this time I'm going to do an overhand knot like this and use my tweezers. Okay, now take your tweezers inside, if I can see, inside the loop on top of both of those cords, and pull it down. Move your tweezers and push your knot down, and you could open the cord and pull it like this to make sure that it's tight. Check and make sure that your bead hole is not going to go over the knot. So you can go ahead and do it again, right again. Tweezers on top of the knot. Pull your cord tight. And separate it. Okay, so that is what we have. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on top of that knot. This glue dries nice and clear and really hard. And this glue is actually glue I use for my nails. But it works. Like I said, it's very hard and it's brush on, so that's why I like it. So I have several of these, and then I keep some, you know, for my nails and some for my projects. Okay, now we need to measure from that top of that knot we made to about, I'm going to do it 2.5 inches. So measure to 2.5 inches, and that's where you're going to make another knot. So your opening is going to be like that, and that's you have to feed your beads back through there after we put it on the foam. Okay. Right there, and then I'm going to pull it tight. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the knot. And then I'm going to put some beads on the end. Actually, I think I'm going to use this little heart. We didn't use the heart in there, but that's okay. Okay. And then tie a knot. Okay. Tie 2 knots. So I'll try and get this knot on top of the other, okay, to make sure that these beads don't come off. We're going to do the same thing for the other side. Now you can cut the tip. And to put this on your phone case, you just take it like this through the hole there. And then separate your loop and feed the beads through all the way down. Like that. Isn't that really cute? I think it looks so pretty. I really like it. So what do you guys think? I think they all just look so cute. They're really pretty, really stylish, and I really, really like them. I really love the one that we made today. I think it's just so pretty. It's just, my phone is just gonna light up and look so blingy blingy, so pretty. I really love it. And I thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.